Grand Rising, happy Tuesday to every single person listening to the sound of my voice. I want to welcome you to the Mind Your Business podcast call. This is Tracy Walker, your host, and this is where you can come every single Monday through Friday to get your daily dose of mindset, of marketing, and of course, money. Yes. And so, guys, listen. If this is your first time tuning in and you were referred here, you found out about this podcast, welcome. We are excited to have you as one of our newest listeners. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast on any of your major streaming platforms. Yes, we can be found on iTunes. We can be found on Pandora, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all of those great places. And I'd even love it for you to become part of my special VIP subscriber base. And you can do that by texting the word podcast to 770-818-4333. Again, text the word podcast to 770-818-4333. Happy terrific Tuesday. Oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful day here in the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. What did it do for ya? That's what they like to say. Oh, outcast, for those of you that know a little bit about that group. I want to make sure today that we continue the conversation that we were having on our last episode in reference to amplifying your business. Okay, amplifying your business. Now, here's what I want you to know. When we did the broadcast on yesterday, I had quite a few people on social media here on Facebook as well as on YouTube that inboxed me and who even left some comments, all right? And 2 of 3 of the comments asked if I would talk a little bit more about how to amplify. We talked yesterday about the fact that you should be amplifying your business. You should be speaking not necessarily louder in terms of your tone and your volume, but loud in terms of the number of people and expanding your reach across this social media landscape. And it was fitting that a few people said, well, Tracy, how? How do we do that? And so I wanted to utilize this particular airtime. This was not the original content, but I did want to just go ahead and use this airtime to address that right immediately after the previous broadcast so that people that are listening, they can get the information in a sequential order and not have to be all over the place trying to find it, right? And so I thought it would be great to just go ahead and kind of adjust and talk a little bit about how to amplify your message. Now, if you are an entrepreneur, you are in business, you are even more specifically in the direct sales industry, affiliate marketing, where you are referring other people's products and services, maybe even you have your own front end products and services, this is going to be something that everyone that's listening should be doing. Now, I am almost positive that some of you may already be doing it, and that's okay. But I want you to go back to the basics, and I want you to make sure that you are actively doing these things consistently. They say that success is not what you do. Success is what you do daily. And so daily, you want to do at least these 3 things, potential 3 things. Okay. I am not saying that these are the only 3 things. I am saying that these are 3 things that I have found to be beneficial if they are going to be in alignment with what we call your core competency. Now, I have a core competency of speaking and training. That is something that I can do without having to study it a lot, without having to think about it, without having to do a lot of research or get myself pumped up or anything. And you more than likely have something that we would call a core competency as well. Just think, what is it that you do well that other people might say something to you like, oh my goodness, I wish I could do that like you. Oh my goodness, you do this thing so awesomely. Oh my, you don't even, it's like it just, it comes natural to you. You are natural, right? If people say those things to you, what is it that they are referring to as it relates to you? For me, that happens to be speaking and training. And it's been that way for a long time. I've recognized it. I've put my finger on it. I've pinpointed it. And I've said, okay, this this is the area that I am going to make sure that I give 85% of my time to, because it is the thing that people know me for. It is the thing that actually gets the juices flowing, and it is the thing that gets people happy. Okay, that is for me. So I'm going to give you what I think the 3 ways to amplify your business could be based on my experience. And you can adjust how you see fit, but this is what I would suggest. Number 1, social media. Listen, I meet so many people that say, oh, I don't have a social media account. Oh, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. And when I ask them why, they say things like, oh, I'm just not that social or this or that. And I say, well, do you have a business? And then they say yes. And in my mind, I'm automatically thinking, so how is this adding up? How is this adding up? In today's day and age, your ability to market, advertise, and amplify your business has never been easier than it has been over the last several years because of what we call social media. It is your media platform. You no longer have to go to Lionsgate to use their media. You don't have to go to NBC to use their media. You don't have to go to ABC to use their media. People like Oprah Winfrey created her own media. No pun on words, but own. Her own media, which stands for Oprah Winfrey Network. OWN. Own. Her own network. Okay. Diddy has created his own network, Revolt TV, right? There are people that are creating their own lanes when it comes to media outlets. And here you are with Facebook, free as all get out, a whole landscape where you can add people, people can add you, you can actually target particular groups of people that you would like in your audience. On Instagram, you can post your pictures, your videos, you can let people into your world. You can do it again, all for the free 99. And how do you not have social media? How are you not doing video? Now, video is the number one most engaging piece or type of content that exists. People will watch or will see a picture, but people can engage with a video. Now, when people watch videos, they're actually looking for more than 1 second, more than 2 seconds, more than 3 seconds, which means that they are engaging with that particular media, that particular piece of content for a longer period of time. And the longer that someone engages with your content, in the way that the internet and social media world works, you are given brownie points, if you will, with the algorithm. When that happens, they actually begin to show your content to more people. If the people that already see it watch more of it, the assumption through AI technology is that people like it. And if people like it, then the social media platforms show it to more people. If those more people engage with it and like it and watch it more, then they keep widening the circle. They keep widening the circle so that you start to reach a larger audience. If you want to amplify your business, it's not always that you have to do more. You just have to do the thing that you're not doing. You need to do that. And then you need to do it consistently. You need to be doing video consistently. Even if you look at Instagram, they have completely taken away just the video feature. And now every type of thing is either a still picture or a reel. A reel. The reel is the number one way that they are pushing out content on Instagram, which, by the way, is owned by Facebook. Hello. So Facebook has reels too and all of this. So whatever you put on Instagram, make sure you pop on over and you put it on Facebook. Same video. Just put it there. Same content. Just put it there. So you should be using social media, but more specifically, you should be leveraging the video type of content. You want to amplify your business? You want to know how? Get on video. Do more video. Well, the question may become, what do I say? Well, here's what you're going to do. You're going to write down what I call your three your three M's. Okay? Or not your three M's. Your three M's will be your marketing, your message, and your medium, right? But in order to identify the content that you want to talk about, you want to do what we call the 10-10-10 formula. That's what I've been calling it for years, the 10-10-10 formula. What is the 10-10-10 formula, Tracy? Well, the 10-10-10 formula is this. You are going to write down 10 problems that your target market has. 10 problems that you can think of that they have. So for example, I primarily target wealthy-minded single moms. What may be a problem that wealthy-minded single moms have? Well, one problem that we have is lack of time. We don't have a lot of time. So I would write down not enough time, right? That may be your target market too. Okay, that might be a problem. What's another problem that wealthy-minded single moms have, right? It might be not a lot of support with the children. Not a lot of support with the children. So where other business owners get to hop on a plane and go from place to place to place to place to promote their business offline, the wealth-minded single mom might say, well, wait a minute, my children are in school. I can't just leave, and I don't have anybody to leave them with for a week while I go on a tour for my business. So there may be a lack of support when it comes to watching the children and being able to move around to do what you need to do. That is another problem. So you list 10 things that your market has a problem with, 10 individual things. That's the first 10. The second 10 would be a viable solution that your product or service offers that helps them to solve that problem. So for example, if the problem is time for the wealth-minded single mom, right? They don't have time to learn about investing. They don't have time to study more. They don't have time to sit in front of their computer all day. Then the solution that my particular product or service offers is that it offers leverage. It offers leverage. All they have to do is copy and paste. They don't have to sit in front of their computer. They don't have to master trading. They don't have to study charts. They don't have to, be up all night. They don't have to do all of that. What they can do is if they can copy and paste from experts who do all of that, then that would be a solution, right? The solution to the second one is they don't have the support, right? They can't just zip around offline and go and do meetings and tours and things of that sort because their children obviously are in school and they need to tend to the number one priority, which is being the mom, right? A solution, a viable solution in terms of what my product or service offers in reference to that is you can do it on your phone. You don't have to be anywhere at any particular place, right? You can do this on your phone. You can download an app and you can use this on the go. If you've got Wi-Fi, if you can, when my son has to go to baseball, I don't have anybody taking him to baseball. I have taken to baseball. So while I'm sitting at baseball, I can actually open up my app and I can I can study, I can listen to things via my app. Then, if I wanted to actually place a trade, I could copy and paste from the experts. I can do that while I'm at baseball. I don't have to be tied down to a desk. I don't have to be in somebody's classroom. I don't have to be at any particular place at any particular time. So you want to write down 10 solutions that address each of those 10 problems. That's the second 10. The third 10 would then be what I like to call a headline. And you want to do what I call a headline because this is going to help you with your messaging. If I know that, number one, my wealthy-minded single moms don't have a lot of time, but I also know that what I offer is a leveraged copy and paste trading system, then what I could say in my headline potentially could say something like this. How to How to trade profitably simply by copying and pasting, um, even if you don't have time. How to, and this is just off the top of my head, it's not perfect, right? I haven't assessed it and analyzed it, but you get the point. I'm just combining those two things to make a statement, right? How to trade profitably without any trading experience, simply by copying and pasting from your smartphone, even if you don't have time. Something like that, right? It's a combo of the first 10 and the second 10. That's what you want to do. Now, you could use those headlines to create videos, and then you talk about that thing in the video. Do you get where I'm going? You do the 10-10-10 formula, you come up with the headlines, and now you got at least 10 videos that you can talk about and reference the solution to in your video to your target market. And then you direct people back to your website where they can actually get that information or learn more about whatever it is that you are educating them about. So that is the main way on social media, is through video. The number two way, we're going to go through three and then we're out of here. The number two way is through what we call podcasting. Now, this is what I'm doing right now. Now, I've been talking about doing a podcast for a long time, right? But I had to figure out the right time slot that I could commit to doing it, because I do have to take my son to school in the morning. I do have to get back and get to work. I got to do my meditations. I got to do my morning routine. I've got to do me time, right? And I had to figure out what time of the day was the time that I could commit to consistently, such that we could actually build up momentum. For me, that ended up being 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I didn't do that for the marketplace. I did it for me, because it's what works for me. I take my son to school. He has to be at school at 8:20. I get home usually about 8:50, 8:55. So sometimes I am running in to get it done, but I get it done. It might be 9:01. It might be 9:02. But trust and believe, I am coming and I am here. So why podcasting? Because the same way that video can reach people visually, audio or podcasting can reach people auditorily. So for the people who are driving in their cars, for the people that are in traffic going to and from work, for the people that are traveling and moving about from place to place, for the people who like to lay in the bed at nighttime and listen to valuable content versus looking at the boob tube and the income reducer, right? The income reducing tool, that television. This is good for them. They might not necessarily need to see, but they definitely want to hear, and they can hear it at any time they want. So podcasting for me, I said, okay, this is a great way, because I can reach all of my people who may not even be on social media, who don't even know I exist yet, who I have not had a chance to reach out and touch yet. They're not a part of my network yet in my current Facebook, my current YouTube, my current Instagram. But maybe I can reach new audience of people through podcasting and making sure that I am part of the major live streaming platforms, such that people can find me. And I can use my voice to reach out. I can use my voice to reach out. So I say podcasting is a great way, especially if you like to use your voice. The third and final way that I'm going to recommend in this podcast, part 2 of now how to amplify, right? Part 1 on the last episode was the fact that you needed to amplify, but now we're talking about ways that you can amplify, would be interviews. Interview people that are experts in your field, or that have some value to share, that are part of your network. They're experts in something. Even if you have people that have had results or success, testimonials, interview those people. Interview them. Get them on your video and do an Instagram Live. Get them on video and do a Facebook Live. Bring them on your podcast and do an interview. The same thing that you would do on video is the same thing that you could do on audio. But if you want content, find people in your company, find people in your niche, Find people that are experts, find people that know what they're talking about, find people that have audiences, and ask if they would be willing to jump on your podcast, if you could interview them. 15, 20-minute interview goes a long way. It benefits them and it benefits you. For one, it puts them in front of your audience, which everybody in social media, everybody who has a business is looking to amplify. And then it puts you in front of their audience because hopefully they will share it to their people and say, hey, look, I was on this particular show. Hey, look, I was on this new podcast. And now those people become aware of little old you. How about that? Because you had the courage to reach out and say, hey, I'd love to interview you and get you on our schedule where you could share some value on your expertise and how you close sales so seamlessly, on how you're able to grow your social media accounts so massively, on how you're able to build your business so successfully, right? On whatever their skill set is that you've observed of them in the marketplace, interview them on that. Reach out. So if you would simply do those three things, be on social media via video. I'm doing that right now. I'm doing the podcast, but I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on YouTube, and I am live on Facebook, my Facebook business page. I'm utilizing video. Simultaneously, I'm utilizing my voice through the podcast. I'm reaching people who are not watching me visually. I'm reaching people who will not listen to this on the live call, but they will be tapping in on the replay, the podcast part of it. And if I were to interview someone, that person would now be visual with me, and they would be audio with me, and we would be reaching the podcast audience as well as all the YouTube people and Facebook people that would see the replay of the visual. Guys, what I'm saying is that you've got to find ways to compress time. If I'm going to spend my 30 minutes anyway speaking to you about something, I might as well get as much reach for it as I can. I might as well be on 3 platforms streaming live on video versus 1. Ta-da! I might as well be utilizing my voice and my physical for the sake of the same time that I'm using. I've got to be able to compress time. You've got to be able to compress time. So for the people that asked me so graciously, how do I amplify my business? These would be 3 basic and simple things that you could do to amplify your business. Quick recap, you could use your social media a lot more effectively and being consistent with your video content. You could use the 10-10-10 formula to create the headlines for your content, and you got 10 videos you can do right off the bat, right there. Boom, right? 10-10-10 is a formula I created. The second thing you could do is use your voice through podcasting and be able to reach massive amounts of people through podcasting platforms, through other types of social media, you can send their email. I didn't even think about that. You can send email to people for replay. We didn't even get into that, right? But just, you could use podcasting. Auditory. People download and you get more listeners. Third thing that you could do is interview other people who are experts and or they have something to say or share, they have value in your field or niche or company or team or whatever. They don't have to have earned $12 million, but they can know how to get 20 leads a day. They could know how to get 20 leads a day. And if they could know how to get 20 leads a day and you don't know how to get any leads a day, well, then obviously they bring value to the table. And that is something that will be valuable for other people who are part of your network to learn how to do too. Interview other people. So I want you to take those 3 things that I just dropped, pick them on up. Please pick those 3 things up. Please use them, put them in your pocket, and let's get to work today. I want you to do your 10-10-10 formula today. I want you to get you some headlines going today. And I want you to start planning out some content today because it can be executed right now, today. You hear what I'm saying? Success is not what you do. It's what you do daily. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in on this great day to the Mind Your Business podcast call with Tracy Walker. Yes, I am your host, Tracy Walker. We do this call every single Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure that you subscribe to the Mind Your Business podcast. We can be found on iHeartRadio. We can be found on Spotify. We can be found on iTunes. We can be found on Pandora and so many other platforms. So find your favorite one. Do a search for Mind Your Business, Tracy Walker. Subscribe to that podcast. And make sure you text podcast to join our VIP podcast list, my personal subscriber base. Make sure you text the word podcast to 770-818-4333. Again, text the word podcast to 770-818-4333. And guys, listen, if you want to learn more about what it is that I do on a daily basis and how I am helping people, I am going to recommend that you head over to www.winwithtracy.com. Again, that's www.winwithtracy.com. That's Tracey. Do not forget the E in Tracy. And I highlight and recommend that you go ahead and get your hands on my free video that's called Why Saving Money is Dumb. Now, I don't know if you save money. I don't know if you care about money or not, but I'm telling you right now, you're going to want to check that video out. I had a gentleman inbox me yesterday and said, oh my God, Tracy, I have been doing things all wrong my whole entire life. So head over to winwithtracy.com. Check out the free video. Just tap on the video or tap on the little icon that says free video. It's called Saving Money is Dumb. And learn something today. And let's start getting you on the right track to your money. I appreciate you for tuning in on this great day. Guys, I will see and hear each and every one of you on our next broadcast, which will be tomorrow, the same time on the same line. Have a great day. Bye for now.